Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all, I'm back in the loop. I've been out for a couple of days. It's my birthday weekend, so I've been kind of chilling out, just doing some other things. I started watching some of the fights on Friday night, just in and out, but I couldn't really focus because I was doing other stuff. So I said, look, I'm gonna just come back and watch these fights late Saturday night into Sunday early morning. That's what I did. I went back and watched Invicta, Bellator 259. I actually did watch the UFC fights on Saturday night before I went to go do some other stuff. But yeah, man, I said, look, birthday weekend, look, got to put everything on chill so I can get some time to myself. But I went back and watched these fights. I enjoyed Bellator. I enjoy Invicta FC, which I'll be talking about more this week. I got some more videos coming after this one, of course. Got to play catch up a little bit. Definitely got to come back and talk about the UFC fights. But yeah, man, this fight here, Valerie Loureda versus Hannah Guy. I didn't have a pick going into this fight. I know everybody, the casual fans, the Valerie Loureda fans, they were already just, riding with Valerie. They said, oh, she's got this fight, she's got this fight. But me, I was like, I don't know. I seen Hannah Guy like once or twice before this, maybe like, I think her professional debut and her second fight. And I was like, this girl's relentless. She has a ground game. And the one thing I said, look, if she can take Loreda's punches and keep her offset, this is going to be a rough night. But Loureda, I was like, if she lands some of the big bombs, it's going to be it. But it turned out to be one of these fights where, look, Loureda, she had to make those adjustments to a fighter that could take her power. She could take her power shots. You have to make those adjustments. You have to be able to use angles. You have to be able to fight in the clinch and just be a little bit more patient and break them down. You can't stay on the bike all night just looking for these big shots. And that's what Valerie Loureda did. She continued to let Hannah Guy pressure her and take her to the ground and dominate in these positions on the ground. I know Hannah Guy is much better grapplers, so she just continued to press that fight to Loureda, kept her offset. And, Loureda just continued to stay on the back foot. When she would land those big shots, I could tell it was kind of discouraging her because she was walking through these punches. The first round, I thought she was about to score a big knockout, but she took Loreda's biggest punch. She took it a few more times in the second round, just continued to come, take Loureda down and just dominate the top position and almost submit Loureda a couple of times with some arm bars. She just looked overall comfortable on the ground compared to Loureda. She just continued to try, get the full mount, and just try her best to work and outwork Loureda. And she did that. She earned unanimous decision in my eyes as well. The first round, real quick, Hannah Guy, she came straight out trying to take the fight to Loureda, trying to look to clinch up and just force the fight to Loureda. Loureda, she tried to stay on the back foot and find her range. She was on that bite, trying to land counters. But my thing was, look, you need to establish a jab at mid-range right away, try to play the matador because Guy was rushing in a lot of the times. She was rushing in wide open. She could have landed big shots and just kind of spin her around and go right back to the center of the octagon. But she's staying on the back foot, which is looking. It looks more so. It makes it look like you're a little bit more intimidated by a fighter like Guy who's just coming straight at you. That fighter's not going to stop until they get you because they know that you're really trying to avoid the clinch. But Loureda did have a couple of times of success with her boxing off the back foot. She landed a nice right hook, right hand, left hook combination and dropped Guy hard. I thought this was it. I thought she was going to go in and finish her, but Guy, she recovered, got back up, put Loureda back on the back foot. Another hard left hand from Loureda landed, but Guy, she keeps coming. Guy's not landing much, but she's looking for the takedown, which she eventually gets, and she locks in an arm bar, but Loureda, she rolls with it, survives it, gets back to her feet. Loureda goes back on the bike, not really able to set up a jab because Guy is constantly putting that pressure on her. And that's what I'm saying with the footwork. You could tell that the footwork of Loureda is still green. She needs to really, really be a little bit more patient. Like, even go back and look at Caitlin Kagan's fight. Sometimes she can be on the bike, but I think over the past few months, she's been kind of developing into more of a efficient fighter with her footwork. She's not overexerting herself, staying on the back foot. Because like I said, other fighters can see that as intimidation. They can see that as intimidation that you don't want to stand with them or grapple with them. So they're going to keep coming until they get you. So once again, Guy, she gets another takedown, tries for another armbar, but the bell saves her. So it was a pretty tough round because I did score that knockdown. But I think Guy, she got the edge because she did get the two takedowns. She had the effective aggression. Second round, Loureda, again, not really setting her feet to get respect because Guy, she's coming straight after. Loureda does land a nice three-piece that Guy just walks through. And again, she takes Loureda down, rolls to the top position, and uses this time to work and pin Loureda. Guy gets that full mount. She's working the ground and pound. I got to give Loureda credit, though, because, she was able to slide out, get on top, and, kind of make it tough. She kind of made it tough for Hannah Guy. But Guy, she's tough as well. She was able to use her grappling and continue to try to lock up Loreda's arms, even just to, not to get the arm bar, but just to kind of hold her in a neutral position to land some good hammer fists. So Second round, this one I gave the guy for sure. Third round, guy, she gets in a clinch right away, locks in for a guillotine, takes it to the ground, but Loureda escapes. That's what I like about Loureda. She's very slippery in there. That's why I was like, if she could just land some nice shots in the clinch, or at least dictate the pace of the striking, she would have had good moments with her stand up and control it better with her jab and say her takedown defense. That would have been more impressive, which is something she's gonna have to work on. Loureda, again, she was just really having trouble getting off her strikes because she's not used to fighters taking her power shots like this. She really wasn't used to that. She really needed to spend more rounds just picking her shots and not loading up. A lot of her shots were missing, so Guy would just continue to walk her down and try to, press that action. Loureda, I think she was kind of gassing out because, she was getting discouraged that the power shots weren't landing, but I think she won this round. I mean, it was kind of hard to tell because there was a lot of sloppy work from both fighters just coming straight at each other and not really landing anything big. But this round here, I feel like off of activity, I had to give it to Loureda because she did land some good punches. But again, Guy just walked through it, showed that chin, showed that relentlessness. So 2-1 for Hannah Guy. Guy's a tough, relentless fighter. Good ground game, tough overall. Loureda, in my opinion, I feel like she just needs to stand her ground more moving forward if she wants to be that striker with the power. You got to make the power known. You got to be able to hold your ground in the center of the octagon. Go look at these fighters like Valentina Shevchenko, these top-notch strikers. They're not running. They hold their ground and they keep that strong foundation. So for somebody like Valerie Loureda, she needs to be ready to time fighters that want to rush in on her, and you got to get that respect from them. So now Valerie Loureda, that's her first loss. I think from here, she just needs to go back to the drawing board and kind of work on her takedown defense and work on her striking overall, the footwork portion of it. Hannah Guy, I think she just needs to slow it down because there are going to be fighters that are going to counter her. They are going to time her and counter her, and they'll probably be able to stop her. They will be able to stop her over the course of 3 rounds. I mean, she showed a good chin in this fight, but you just can't rush in on every fighter like that. But yeah, like I said, between both of these fighters, they only got 3 fights apiece. Well, Valerie Loureda has 4 now, but Hannah Guy has 3. So they're both growing. They're both growing, and if they're gonna continue to move forward in this top 10 flyweight division, yeah, you got to see some growth because I think Valerie Loureda, she was rated at like number 8 or number 9. I mean, moving up the ladder, when you start getting in there with fighters like Watanabe and Kate Jackson, and even Arteaga, those are going to be big tests for us. So hey, you gotta get that working. And then you got to look at Sanika Inaba, who is also on the card. She definitely she definitely made a big statement and put on a good performance as well. But yeah, guys, let me know what y'all think from here moving forward for Valerie Loureda. What do y'all think she needs to work on? Like I said, going into this fight, I didn't really have a pick. I feel like it was 50-50. I didn't see Loureda just outclassing her. I think she just needs to really go back to the drawing board and work as well. I think a lot of people are just overshadowed by the fact that she's, like this sex symbol for, WMMA right now. But hey, you got to find that balance. If you want to be that, you got to find that balance. You got to be able to back it up. If you want to be able to promote this type of character, this type of sexiness in WMMA, well, you better back it up with the skill sets as well. That's the only way you're gonna stay afloat in this game. Because I think a lot of hardcore fans, they're not really standing for that. Like I don't care for that either. When I want to watch the fight, I want to watch the fight. That's what it's about for me. So, but if she wants to do that, you better have the skill sets to back up what you want to promote as well. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got on this one. I'll be back with some more post-fight analysis. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.